All right, guys, this is the tutorial video for the Adjective Project. If you have not already done so, please go and complete and submit the name demo project. That is supposed to be done before this one, so please make sure you complete that. But if you have, then you are in the right place. So for this project, we are going to choose a word, and we're going to kind of use Google and use images to put on top of the word to create a new word in a sense. So the first step of this is you are going to choose an adjective. An adjective, something that describes something. So words like smooth, sweet, happy, calm, cheerful, energetic, comfortable, things like that. Sport is not an adjective. Sporty, that's an adjective. All right, baseball, not an adjective. So try using words from this list. If you can't think of any, I think I have quite a few on here. If you're not sure, just ask me. I know sometimes some words, it's hard to tell what they can be, so just let me know. Check it with me first if you're not sure, and I will tell you if it is an adjective. And if you have one that you can add to this list, that's great. Just let me know. The only thing is, try not to use one that is short. So the word hot, maybe don't use that one. That's too short. Use a word like scalding, cold. That's too short. Your project is going to be too small. So instead of using the word cold, maybe use the word freezing or frozen. And if you have a short word, you can use a thesaurus, and you can see if there's a longer word that you can use. But again, if you're not sure, just ask me. I can definitely help you with this. So once you have chosen your word, you are going to go into Photopea, and we are going to start our new project. So you're going to click New Project, and we're going to name this Adjective. I spelled that wrong. Oh, no, I didn't. And your name. We are going to change the PX to IN. The width for this one will be 11. The height will be 8.5. And the DPI will be 300. And once you have all of this, you can click Create. And here we go. So whatever word that you choose, you are going to type right here. So it doesn't matter what font. So I'm just going to leave it as the font that it is. I am going to use, let me think. Do I have a word I want to use? I'm going to try to pick one that I know you guys maybe won't pick. How about I'll use the word delightful. Delightful. How do I spell this? I suggest writing this all in capital letters. It's going to be easy for you in the end to put them in capital letters, and you will see why. So once you've written your word, you want to make it bigger so it takes up the rest of the screen. So I'm going to do my free transform. But you don't want to make it too big where you can't read it. So this is pretty good. Okay. And you want to center it, put it in the middle. There you go. Once you have it down, just click enter, and it will be pasted down. So the next thing that you're going to do, you're going to try to look for things that have to do with your word. So the word delightful, obviously it's like, happy, something that people like, oh, this is delightful. So I'm going to fill this word with things that I think are delightful. So you're going to look for all of your images in Google. What you want to do, you want to fit the images on top of the letter. So for example, I think sunflowers are delightful. It is helpful to have white backgrounds. You guys know this. That way you can take it out easier. But if you don't have a white background, you can still use it. It just might be a little bit harder to get rid of. So I'm going to take this picture of the sunflower. I'm going to copy it. I am going to paste it, edit, paste into my photo. I can't see it too well, so I'm going to do my edit, free transform. Okay. And then I'm going to get rid of this white background. You guys know that. Make sure that your magic wand is back to the first 2 circles. It might still be on the second 2 from the last tutorial. I'm going to get rid of this white background. Control X. Yep. And then Control D. I still see a little bit of a, what is that, a watermark? I'm going to click my eraser tool and I'm going to just go ahead and erase this. Okay. So once I have my flower, look, it's all ready. I am going to place this on top of a letter that I think it looks like. So I think this fits best with the I because it's straight up. It kind of has the dot on the top. So this is going to fit with my I. I'm going to do this for the rest of my letters. Now, some of them might be a little bit hard, so I might need to use a few different pictures in order to create the letter. So for example, I will show you what I have on my website. Some past students did some work I posted on here just to show you a little bit more of what they could look like. Okay, so I scroll down here. Let me see. All right. We have this colorful one. So you can see like they used a rainbow, they used this orange, they used a crayon. For the U, it looks like they used 3 different things, and the same thing for the F and the same thing for the R. They used different photos to create the letter. So if I'm going back to my delightful, it's going to be hard to find something that is in the shape of an H that I think is delightful. So what I might do is I might find 2 things that are up and down, put them there, and then I might find something that's totally different that's a cross. Same thing for the F and the L and even the U. I don't know if I can find things that are exactly the shape of these letters. What you don't want to do, so here's an example of what you don't want to do. Paste. I do not want to erase the shape, the whatever shape I choose, whatever photo I choose. I don't want to erase the shape of this into the letter. So I don't want to erase this to make it now look like a U. That doesn't make sense because sunflowers don't look like that. So you want to look for things that actually look like what they are. This is no good. We don't want this. Try your best just to find things. You will have to do some creative thinking. We are in an art class, so you have to be creative at some point. And I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to pause this, and I'm going to try to find all these letters, and then I will show you what you do after you find the letters. Okay, before I didn't finish, before I move on to complete this, another thing you don't want to do. You don't want to find, I was trying to look for something that I could find to make the letter of this D here. What you don't want to do is find letters. I don't want to see you searching this. Things in the shape of a D, or whatever letter it is, because that's not creative thinking. So if I see this, points off. So please make sure you use your head and creative thinking. Okay, now I'm going to do it. Okay, I have finally found all of the clip art and images I'm going to use to fill up all my letters. Now I have quite a few layers here. So what I'm going to do, you want to end up, once you have this whole thing filled up, you want to go down to your whatever word you chose. So mine was delightful. And you can click the eyeball so you can take that away. So then it's just the pictures of your letters, like of the ones that you created. Is it going to look exactly like the word? No. Is it going to be super easy to read as if it were just typed? No. The whole point of this is to be creative. So once you have all of your images placed, you can go ahead and find a background. So something that beach background. Let's do. Something else that I think is delightful is a beach. So I'm going to find one. Copy, edit, paste, edit, free transform, and I am going to, hold on, I zoomed in a little bit. Can't see. And here we go. Enter. And there you go. This is my delightful. If your background ends up being on top of letters, just make sure you drag your background layer all the way to the bottom behind the very first photo that you have. So once you have all of this finished, then you can go ahead and you can click File, save or export as JPG, and then submit it into Google Classroom. And once you have all those, you can start working on the reflection.